There comes a moment in everyone's life when you realize that motivation alone will never be enough. You've tried pushing yourself with enthusiasm, cheering yourself on, hoping that sheer desire will carry you to the results you crave. But desire is fleeting, and motivation is like firewood. It burns brightly for a moment and then disappears. Real transformation doesn't come from wanting. It comes from rewiring your brain to crave what feels hard, uncomfortable, and challenging, the very things most people instinctively avoid. This is the secret that separates those who get results from those who only dream about them. Discipline is often misunderstood. People think it's about force, punishment, or some cold, robotic obedience. But discipline is not a burden. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, strengthened, and eventually made pleasurable. The brain is wired to seek rewards and avoid pain. For most, the reward is immediate gratification, and the pain is delayed consequence. But the brain can be retrained to find satisfaction in the opposite: delayed gratification, growth through challenge, and the quiet power of self-mastery. Imagine feeling a natural pull toward what builds your future, rather than having to constantly battle yourself to do what you know is right. The first step in this transformation is awareness. You must recognize that your current habits, your current cravings, and your current mindset are not fixed. They are patterns created over time, reinforced through repetition, and maintained through comfort. Every time you choose what is easy, your brain strengthens the neural pathways that favor avoidance. Every time you choose what is hard, what requires focus and restraint, you create new pathways that reward strength, patience, and resilience. The key is to make the hard choices automatic, so the brain stops resisting them and begins to seek them. This is the architecture of craving discipline. Start by observing your impulses without judgment. Notice the small choices you make throughout the day. When you scroll endlessly, when you procrastinate, when you choose comfort over growth. Every one of these choices strengthens a pattern. Your brain is always learning. It doesn't care if the pattern is good or bad. It simply reinforces what is repeated. This is both terrifying and empowering because it means you can choose the direction of your growth. You can stop letting distraction and weakness dominate your attention. You can begin to consciously design your day, your habits, and your life. The next step is to create small wins that are difficult but achievable. Discipline is contagious. The more you experience it, the more your brain associates effort with reward. Begin with actions that challenge you just beyond your comfort zone. A workout that feels exhausting, a task you've been avoiding, a moment of focus when you would rather give in to distraction. Do this repeatedly, not occasionally. The brain begins to rewire itself in response to these repeated, disciplined actions. Each small victory becomes a spark that lights the desire for the next one. This is how craving discipline is born, through consistent, intentional practice. Before we move on, if you like these videos and find them helpful, can you do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel? This small action helps me a lot, but most importantly, helps other people improve their lives. I am truly grateful to every single one of you. Thank you. Let's move on. Visualization is another powerful tool. Imagine your future self who has mastered discipline. See them moving through life with ease, making decisions effortlessly, staying focused, achieving goals others only dream of. The brain cannot fully distinguish between vivid imagination and reality. By repeatedly visualizing your disciplined self, you train your mind to recognize this version as possible and desirable. You create an internal craving to act in alignment with this ideal. Soon, your daily actions are not a struggle. They are steps toward a version of yourself your brain has already embraced as worth pursuing. Emotion drives habit. If you want your brain to crave discipline, you must associate the act of discipline with positive emotions. Celebrate small victories, feel pride in completing tasks you would normally avoid, and savor the energy of accomplishment. Your brain will start linking the challenge with reward. Over time, resisting distraction and embracing effort becomes a source of joy, not frustration. Discipline evolves from something external and force to something internal and addictive, a natural desire that feels better than comfort ever did. This is the power of rewiring. Environment matters immensely. The brain responds not only to your actions, but also to the signals in your surroundings. Remove temptations, limit distractions, and create spaces that cue focus and effort. This is why people often fail not because of weakness, but because their environment is working against them. When the room, the schedule, and the energy around you are aligned with discipline, the brain naturally follows. Over time, your mind begins to seek the signals of focus, the moments of challenge, and the cues that remind it of growth. Discipline is no longer a choice. It is the default state. Accountability accelerates the process. When someone else observes your actions, or when you commit publicly to goals, the brain experiences additional reward pathways for completing disciplined behaviors. Social reinforcement, even if indirect, magnifies the desire to act in alignment with your commitments. Combine accountability with self-reflection. Track your progress, note your victories, and identify moments of resistance. Awareness plus external reinforcement creates a feedback loop that solidifies craving discipline at both a conscious and subconscious level. You become unstoppable because your brain has internalized the rhythm of achievement. The journey is not about perfection. Craving discipline does not mean you will never fail, never falter, or never feel resistance. It means you develop a mindset where failure is temporary, effort is constant, and growth is inevitable. Every time you push through a moment of discomfort, every time you act when your instincts urge you to quit, your brain rewires itself. You no longer fear resistance, you seek it. You no longer avoid challenge, you pursue it. This transformation is gradual, profound, and irreversible when cultivated consistently. Discipline becomes not a chore, but a natural inclination, an innate drive embedded in your identity. Are you feeling stuck, distracted, or burnt out? It's time to break free. I suggest you read The Art of Being Unstoppable. This book is your blueprint to sharpen your mind, master your emotions, and reclaim control of your life. Inside, you'll unlock powerful tools for focus, flow, resilience, and purpose, so you can rise above chaos and step into your highest potential. Stop surviving and start dominating. Become who you were meant to be. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Ultimately, the highest level of discipline comes from alignment. When your actions, your environment, your thoughts, and your emotions are synchronized, discipline is no longer external, it is internal. Your brain craves effort because your identity craves growth. You move through the day effortlessly, making choices that build your best self. Success is no longer a matter of luck or willpower. It is a reflection of your internal architecture. The brain, rewired for discipline, propels you toward achievement, mastery, and the life you have always envisioned. This is the ultimate transformation. The moment when self-control stops feeling like a struggle and becomes your natural state. And here is the most important truth. Rewiring your brain to crave discipline does not take years. It begins the moment you make a conscious decision to prioritize growth over comfort. Every choice you make, Every moment of focus and every act of effort is a step in constructing the neural pathways that make discipline irresistible. The brain, when guided correctly, seeks what strengthens it. Once it tastes the reward of challenge, once it experiences the energy of mastery, it will crave more. You are no longer negotiating with yourself. You are living in alignment with your highest potential. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary. This is how dreams become reality. This is how you, starting today, reprogram your brain to crave discipline. If you made it until here, leave a mind emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and finish what they start. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and keep improving day by day. Together, we are unstoppable.